Good morning, everyone. We're just finishing getting set up. I'll be back to you in just a short minute or so. All right. Sorry, my game was taking a little while to load, but here we go. How is everyone doing this morning? Are we having a spectacular day? I'm just trying to get my controller rearranged here. Excellent. So I've already done a fair amount of work in my valley, but we've done a lot more. So let me show you the area that I've since worked on for Alice. I've decided she's going to get the whole of the Forest of Valor. Alright, so we've done a little bit here. And I got a cute little walkway through a little maze. And, oh, anyway, let's turn that on. We got our little teacups and our topiaries. This is where we took our Easter dream snap. And I've got a couple of little, like, hidden areas. I didn't even realize that these were chairs. But you're designed to sit on these mushrooms, which I think is super cute. I am intentionally leaving all the memories that have dropped and all of my my night thorns for the change of the star path, since a lot of the times it'll start with clear 40 of them. And I want to be able to speed run my way through. I like to try and finish the star path duties within about 5 days, especially now that they've added those extended areas. So this is where I think I'm going to stick her house. So I was just creating an area for her house to go. I'm probably still going to add a little more decoration out here. And I haven't really done too much over in this spot of the Forest of Valor yet. I'm going to fill this area with flowers, I think. And I've made this area a sort of like where I stick my little gardening for that area, and where I've stuck this stuff for the current event. But if you haven't done this as part of the event yet, make sure you do. It's the last weekend. Although, speaking of, I should probably hop in and grab the realm eggs, so that way I have a small little stash of them. And I've done a little bit of rearranging in some of my other areas too, because I did unlock more of the all of the floating islands last week. So I dumped a lot of houses in there. And I did something else I've been wanting to do lately, is I finished out and did all of the tasks for Eternity Isle. Getting that last paprika when they only spawn like 3 to 5 at a time, like it feels like every other hour, it was wild. So that was a great achievement. Now I've got a few left to do for Storybook Vale, but some of these are going to take a long time because, again, they're tied to respawn rates for these trumpet snails and these gooseberries and the mushrooms and the harvest lightning. Those are a little better, but these have really low spawn rates. And I'm not great about remembering to feed all the critters every day. So, I mean, say what you will, but my dog does get fed, just not just not all of the Pegasi and everything. But, so today what we're going to be doing is, one, I'm going to do what I can towards these real quick, run and grab those. But I am going to be focusing on collecting more Dreamlight, because I saw in the trailer or the tease videos that there's going to be an Alice in Wonderland realm. So we know we're going to have to put Dreamlight towards unlocking that realm. And Star Path duties usually require you to make some elixirs, and those take Dreamlight. And a lot of times it'll be, collecting things. And I like to use the vacuum, which for that I'll need to make sure I have some of the currency for Eternity Isle ready to go. So that way I can not have to worry about running out of those resources while speed running my way through the Dreamlight duty tasks. So I am taking next Wednesday off from work, so that way I'll be able to play the update as soon as it starts. So you can tune in for that update if you like. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in. So I'm going to go ahead and start over in the Storybook Vale and grab those those low spawn rate items towards that well, they're not really achievements, but tasks, because I like seeing everything claimed out. And I have a couple that were event specific that I've missed for Dreamlight, and I'm really mad that I missed those. And I hope they bring back the marshmallow event and the one for the popcorn buckets, because I am so mad I still have 4 things unfinished, and that drives me absolutely bonkers. And I started leaving a chest at every area, so that way I can dump the extra resources in there, and I'll still have it for crafting or cooking or whatever, but that way I don't have to carry it around in my pocket and unload all the time. And the bonus is that I saw in one of their quality of life updates is that they're going to make it where you can use Dreamlight to expand these extra rows down here. So you don't have to craft those expensive Dreamlight intensive chests, which are like 5 grand points to unlock. I think that was the crafting minimum. You know what, let's check. Oh, but let me do my thing over here for this. Already did. Cool. So let me run to the crafting table. Let me just verify my level of insanity here. Well, my insanity level is always pretty high, but I mean about this specifically. Alright, I want to say it's considered a functional item. Alright, so the medium chest. Okay, the medium chest requires 1,000. And the large chest requires 5,000 Dreamlight. Which can be a lot if you're making a lot of them, especially if you're making one for every area like I did. Alright, well, while I'm thinking about it, let's see. I feel like there's at least 2 owls that are out and about. So the brown owl is not out. Dark owl. Light owl is later. Oh, I can still... Alright, so we've got 2 owls we can feed. So let's go ahead and just do that real fast. We grab out some barley. And one of them will be down here, and one of them will be in the library. Oh, I see it. It sticks out nicely against this warm colored backdrop. With there being about, what was it, like 40 left to feed, if I can at least remember to feed 3 of them every day, maybe in about 2 weeks, I could probably have that finished. You know, let's just put some of these in my stash. Because when they finally have an update for this, I'm gonna have to have a bunch of... Ooh, I didn't mean to put that one back away. Because there is one achievement I can't do anything with right now. And that is this reorder stories. Because they are... You can't... redoing a puzzle doesn't count towards this... towards this task. So this will be like unique stories that are provided for by the developer. So, and each one of these, when you did them, required a certain amount of each snippet to unlock to do the puzzle. So I want to make sure I have a nice little healthy stash of all the different types of snippets, so that way when they do release a content update for this expansion, I'm in good shape. And not, you know, rushing to the last second to do stuff. Alright, so let's look for, it was the black owl, the dark colored owl. So let's see, he's going to be a little hard to see in here. He is not going to stick out like a sore thumb. He's going to blend in like crazy. But not as badly as the brown owl does when it's swooping around up here. They can also spawn down in this area. But while I'm right here, do a couple of these. Stash it in its cute little box. Just so again, I've got a nice little healthy stash for the future. Yes, I'm aware my I was mid changing my outfit for a dreamlight task, and so I'm still wearing my combat boots with my floral outfit, so it doesn't color match, but I'm here for the vibe anyway. Oh, I missed it. It was right there. Hey, birdie. What's up? Okay. You hungry? All right, so we did that. All right, so I'm closest for baby dragons. So yeah, I'm a little more than halfway through that task. Cool. All right, now let's move on. Elysian Fields. Oh, and then there's a Pegasus right there. All right, do I have any food made? I do not. All right, so they like vegetarian dishes. So what I have done for them is I have saved in my favorites a Bulgur salad. And there's usually at least 2 of everything out at once, so I'll go ahead and make a second one so it's already in my stash. Ooh, and I worked towards that one. I recently added, I think, a lure trap in every area, so my storybook points, I'm not really sure what to call the currency, is on the low side, so it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea to capture some of those. You know what, that's not what I need to be doing. Refocus, I mean. Refocus. Where are you, Pegasus? I know I saw you. I know you're here. Where'd you run away to, pretty pony? frick, it's a pink pony. Do not sing the song. Do not sing the song. Do not sing the song. I know it's around here. Where did it run away to? Because it doesn't go down there. Oh, and oh, there it is. You were just blending in with the flowers. That's some sneaky bullshit right there. Do Pegasus have any natural predators that they need to have camo? Asking for a friend. Okay, so we did that. Let's check for some lightning. No, but I still want some of that. That's more a slightly rarer flower. Alright, let's check down here, because the vacuum doesn't pick up these areas down off to the side. Nope. Cool. Alright, so... statue. Hi, Telly! How are you? I am using my Australia mug today. How are you doing? Excellent. I am so glad to hear that. What have you been playing lately? Anything exciting? Oh, you have huge live updates? I'll have to go and pop onto your Discord and see what's on the up and up. Positive? Or positive life updates? Yes? Yes? All good things for you. All good things for you. Putting out all of the happiest vibes. Oh, so I'll have to chat with you offline. Well, if it's good stuff, I'm very, very excited for you. I've seen your Discord going, like I've seen people active in it, but I have been still trying to finish crawling out of my non-social hole that I had found myself in for a while. But 2 weeks in a row, we're building a pattern. We're almost to a pattern. We'll see if I can keep it up. I am still taking a second job, but it won't be very anything intensive that'll keep me from doing fun things like this. Maybe only a couple of hours a week, nothing too intensive. So I can finally get back to like going out and doing things. Like I feel, I mean, as much as I leave my house for like theme park stuff, I find I don't go out much otherwise. Like I haven't been exploring, and that is a little bit unusual, but I definitely feel like that's something I haven't done a lot since the pandemic. So maybe that's a piece of myself I want to kind of find again. I probably could have just used the vacuum here, and I just didn't even think about it, but it's right there. Let's see. I didn't check to see what other Pegasi were out, but I want to say the other Pegasi would be, or Pegasus, excuse me, I'm used to using the plural now. I think it's just the one that's down in Mount Olympus, so let's check. Okay, Blue's not here. Yeah, Peach is in Mount Olympus. I've already fed the pink one, and that one is later. Cool. I think howdy, how are you doing? Are you having a spectacular day? There it is! Sighting in the wild! It's the Pegasus! This one also is super sneaky and can blend in really easy with the backgrounds. Huzzah! We've made a little bit of progress with our Pegasus. Alright, so let's look for some lightning. Ah! Aww! Adorbs! Well, then you must be the absolute bestest. Because, if you're not the bestest to hurt you, to her, I will hurt you. I will fly to Australia again and hurt you. Oh, 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 okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Where will you be in August? Where will you be? Where will you be? Are you gonna be here? Are you gonna be here? You're holding me on the edge of my seat. I'm in deep suspense. Where are you gonna be in August? Oh, you're in the same country, but it's still so far. So, it's been a while since I've been on a plane, but I could make that happen. Oh, nice. Very lovely. So, all right. Now I won't be nosy. Oh, good. Yay, yay. All right. So, road trip to Vegas. Yes. Yes. And by then, Telly, you know what will be open? Epic Universe. I did the preview a couple of weeks ago, and oh my god, it is so lovely. The rides are not super thrill rides. For that, you want Busch Gardens or SeaWorld, but the worlds are so immersive. Like, you feel like you literally walked on the set of these fantasy worlds that they've built these lands around. Oh, that's super dope. Which part of the area, Andy? Are they in Central Florida, Panhandle, or South Florida? I'm from Michigan. I'm wearing my Mythigan shirt today. But I'm a naturalized Floridian. Central, very nice. So you could visit family, see a theme park, if that's your thing. I respect it's not for everyone. But yeah, I'm a theme park junkie. I was actually thinking about doing a tier list for the roller coasters and kind of tiering them from wild to mild. Mostly because I worship at the throne of Iron Gwazi. I do love myself a really great coaster. Ever since I went skydiving, I've been perpetually seeking this intense adrenaline. Oh, I didn't get around to asking my deeply personal question. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm so excited! So, are you going to be staying in the US, or at some point are you going to be moving somewhere else? And it's okay not to answer. It's an impertinent question. Tally's gonna be stateside. Tally's gonna be stateside. Awesome. You definitely put the awe in awesome. You're amazing. I love it. That is the best news. That is the best news. I can't ask for anything else. I consider this a belated Life Day celebration gift. Telly in the United States. Dream come true. I got so sidetracked. Well, yeah, I imagine. Oh, that's so wonderful, though. So incredibly happy for you. So incredibly happy for me, mostly, though. I'm gonna be honest. Let's see. Ooh, you know what starts in August at the end of the month in Florida as well? Halloween Horror Nights. Oh man, I didn't really want to do that. This area. I don't want to get rid of my Inkies because I want them for the star path, but it is what it is. You're to be in the United States for the entire duration of Halloween Horror Nights, except for like the first 2 nights in November. That's so freaking exciting. You're literally coming here the best possible time of year for all of the Halloween hype. That is epic. Ooh. If you wind up going to Disneyland in California, because I recognize that's probably closer, let me know. I'll find my way over there. I'll sell my soul a couple of times. I'll shill some people for some money to go and do that with you. Could sell an organ, it's fine. I mean, there's literally there's no topping that. That is so amazing. All right, now I have to ask, did you meet through streaming? Did you meet on, I mean, obviously probably online, unless Andy was in Australia. Again, you know, don't answer if you don't want to. Not an expectation. Oh, that is so amazing. That is the best. That is the best. Mad congrats. That I'm literally, you know, you've stunned me speechless. Do you know how hard that is to do? All of the hype, all of the happiness. Absolutely starry-eyed over here for you. I'm over here playing Dreamlight Valley and you're literally living out a fairy tale. I love it. Hey, why is not disappearing? Go away. All right, fine. I'll move on. A good little mushroom that wants to dissolve. That is the best. Oh, the best kinds of stories. Serendipity stories. A 100%. You won't find anyone who would disagree with you on that. You'd be hard pressed to find that. All right, so I'm gonna have to get rid of at least one to get through here. I've got an obstacle course of Inkies. Huzzah! We made it through with only one casualty. She is the most sunshine person I know. I think I might even include myself in that category. Oh, I don't have any of my stones on me. Let's feed a dragon. I love that there are dragons in this game. It speaks to my soul. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I am currently working on a couple of projects. You should definitely pick it up. They're going to be doing a lot of quality of life updates on Wednesday. And the expansion, the Storybook Vale, is so freaking cute. I would definitely say of the expansions, this one is my favorite, but not least of which because they have Teapot Falls. And hold on, I gotta show you how glorious that thing is. It is so freaking cute. All right, let me run down there. Because I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan. Like, Alice is my jam. She's my homegirl. I love her. She speaks to a part of my soul that just absolutely gets it. Look at this freaking view. Like, I want this in real life. Who needs Mount Rushmore? I want this. This is what we need in a theme park. I want to go swimming in this. I want to walk through a wade pool that looks like this. I want a water park that looks like this. This is amazing. 10 out of 10 would visit. 10 out of 10 would have an annual pass. Oh, I don't think I finished saying. All right, so I did a preview at Epic Universe, right? It's the brand new theme park that Universal Studios has in Orlando. And there are a couple of really cute worlds. There is Darkmoor, which is your traditional Universal monsters. There's 1920s Paris and the Ministry of Magic for Harry Potter. There's the Isle of Berk for How to Train Your Dragon. And there is also Super Nintendo World, and then the hub area in the center is Celestial Park with the theme that all of these portals to these worlds are being held open by Kronos, which, if you know your mythology, he's a god of time. And so you go through all of these time portals that get run by the Celestial Carousel. Like, they built a lot of lore into this park and the theming of it, which is super adorable. It is breathtaking, but you need to wear a sun hat and bring sunscreen, because while all of the attractions are really well covered, all of the open areas, it's a lot of concrete with not a lot of shade because the trees are not mature enough to provide shade. So there is a lot of sun fatigue when you're moving around in between areas. Just as an FYI. Especially if you burn to a crisp the way I always do. You know, I think I might move the mushroom houses. I might move the mushroom houses. I mean, I had them here because I really loved it here, but I might stick that in the Alice area. We'll see once Alice gets here. We'll see when Alice gets here, whether or not it needs some extra zhuzh. I might leave the mushroom house, but I might take this one. This feels kind of Alice-y. It feels very All in the Golden Afternoon. Let's see. Next. So I did everything I wanted to do there. So now let's go ahead and hop back into the realms for the little... So the purple eggs spawn in The Lion King, Moana, Toy Story, Beauty and the Beast, and Mulan. Those are the areas where the purple eggs spawn for the egg event that ends this weekend. You know, let's see. This area, it's usually pretty easy to tell because the blue eggs, or the purple eggs, kind of bounce in the background. They don't blend in, thankfully. Let's see. Ooh. it usually will only spawn 10 in an hour at any given time, so not every realm will have an egg. I found that Beauty and the Beast and Mulan tend to have the most and will always have at least one, as where I've not always found one in this area. And I need to see one this time around. I saw there was an update for Palia. I haven't touched that in well over a year, but I've been thinking about picking it back up again. All right, I lost my train of thought. Realm. Now for Moana, let's check there real fast. Ooh. Okay, now this one, the eggs are very hard to see because they very much will look like flowers until you're walking right on top of it. I wonder when they're going to release, for the folks that are not as current in the game, what things or friendships and quests you would have had to already have done. Oh, there it is. That one's not in the grass. Huzzah! It was visible! Oh, that reminds me. One of the character meet and greets at Darkmoor at Epic is the Invisible Man, and he's in a cute little smoking jacket. It's super freaking cute. Last year for the Darlin birthday, we do a monsters theme, and I was dressed as the Invisible Woman. You can actually watch this silly movie for free because it's from the 1940s, but it's so freaking adorable. And she's not really monstrous as she is mischievous, just as you'd expect from any invisible monster. I'll probably pop the link in to Discord later. I need to be more active in there in general. I haven't really been utilizing it, and it's it definitely needs more of my attention than I've been giving it. Alright, it doesn't look like I'm gonna see any in here either. Alright. Moving on to the next realm. I'm mostly stashing these because I've already made one of everything to give away, probably. All right, next, Beauty and the Beast. I don't know how long I'm going to get to stream today because I am waiting on a call from a family member to borrow their truck to go buy a new television because our poor TV bit the dust yesterday. And we can't fit a TV the size that we need. Well, need/want, you know what I mean. The size we desire into my little 4-door sedan. So when she wakes up and feels up to it, I'll be going to the store. Telly, my only exciting news is I got a Steam Deck. That's oh, there's a lot of them in here. That's pretty much my only exciting news apart from having gotten to do the Epic Universe preview. It's been fairly quiet in my life lately, which I appreciate. I did go and I made a pair of like Y2K trip pants, which I was very excited about. And now I want to make a few more pairs, especially since I found that you can still buy these styles of pants, but the price is definitely increased exponentially to the point where I was seeing where people were selling actual like trip pants from the years I was in high school, and they've retained their value somehow. They're still worth Like $120, which is just freaking wild to me. But I've noticed a lot of like Millennium era fashion has, at least for the short term, come back again. But I also saw a lot of weird 90s fashion lately that kind of made me cringe a little bit. That's because I think of the 90s fashion as sort of like 80s light, which makes sense because, well, it's 80s adjacent. But oof, there are some looks that just do not age well. As you might expect, the purple eggs are a little harder to see in this area, but they do tend to put them in the same place. Like, here's a popular place. It looks like they dumped all of them in the one area, which is nice. So I don't anticipate there'll be much more, because there's usually, like I said, only 10. And there's a good chance I probably missed one or two, because like I said, there's a couple of them that hide really well. But the ones in here are usually pretty easy to spot. Like if there's any in the training camp, because there's nothing that wouldn't bounce against purple. Ooh, right up there. I see one. I haven't participated in an Easter egg hunt, like in person, probably, I don't know, I think I was maybe 12, and it was for a school thing. All right, so that's it for that. Let's go ahead and dump this off. Telly, you've given me a reason to visit Vegas. I have never been that far west without it being specifically to California to then go to Australia. Oddly enough. Oh, nice. All right, so now let's jump back over to the valley. Ooh, something else, Telly. They have these floating islands now, so that way they recognize that people bought a lot of house skins and there's a lot of new characters, so you're like running out of space of where to put them in the valley, especially if you didn't have the expansions. So it's nice that they're including a way to utilize all the space, and the areas in the floating valleys don't have like the spawning things that muck up your designs. So it's a really great place to plan out your Dream Snap submissions. Oh, by the way, this week's theme was like a fashion show kind of thing. Daisy's Fashion Runway. I put together something preliminarily, but I'm not super happy with it. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I don't need that. I wanted to check my submission. But it's just expanding the... There we go. I made a little bit of a villain runway, but I'm not happy with it. But you can't use the mannequins outside. You can only place the mannequins indoors, which is super annoying. Ooh, huzzah. These are super important for leveling out your friendships really quickly. So I always like to have a good stash of those. Since when they did the developer explanation of what we're gonna see, we're getting Alice and the Cheshire Cat, so we'll have two new playable two new friends in the valleys, not playable characters. I'm sorry. I got over exhilarated. Let's see, let's dump the extra stuff off. Add some extra things in my pockets from before. Okay. Nifty 50. That's a good start. I'll put the rest of this in here. I have a whole fridge filled of the berry stuff. Well, not a whole fridge anymore. But I keep a stash of this, so that way I don't have to worry about stopping and making food when I'm doing a big long run. Okay. I didn't actually check what was going on in here, so I already have most of the stuff in the shop this week, but I am very much looking forward to see what they're going to drop in the shop next week. Yeah, because these are the only things I don't have, and 3 of them are houses, and they're sort of meh. They're nothing that I feel like I absolutely have to have, and they're nothing that would contribute towards my Dream Snap submission. Okay. So let's look at our Dreamlight tasks. I think I'd like to get a little more. And obviously I don't want to remove any night thorns, so I won't be doing that one. But we could feed a raccoon and do 2 of these at the same time. Oh, something else I want to do is to get more of the scramble coins, because I noticed they added more pieces. Oh, biscuits, a level 3. Wow. I'm probably gonna get my butt whooped, but if I don't, I'll get 6 points instead of 1. I did get 1 new piece. Pushes away nearby opposing. Do that. We'll do our usuals. This is my tried and true team. Oh, and get 3 right off the bat. Nice. I think some of their skill level is dependent on the quality of the pieces they're going to utilize. All right, so they also put a Gaston, and Gaston can't pick up any coins in its current thing, so I'm going to focus instead on just how can I get... Oh, there's no way to get more than 1. So I am going to block Gaston's ability to move in this direction. I'm going to make that an intentional choice. And that Gaston's not going to get any coins. That's a bit of a bummer. Blocked it in the wrong direction. Okay. I think the best thing I can do for myself is this. And Nala can get the white coins. She's diagonal only piece, so I'm gonna block her off here. I am gonna lose this game. Okay, so let's switch to Eve. And you're only gonna get 1 coin, so I'm gonna switch you to get there. And I guess we'll do that so that we can get those. And let's do you to there. I'm blocking this guy in as much as I can. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna win. Okay, so let's swap you. Okay, you can't get those coins, so that's good. You can get those, so that's a problem. So we'll put you there. None of your characters can get those, so I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna do that. That was the best move I could do. I'm not gonna win, but that's okay. We'll get a single coin. Oh, 2. All right, we get double even when we lose. I have to get down to 450 for the next playing piece. They definitely made it harder to earn additional ones because they used to have smaller numbers that you needed to get in between. Let's see. So we didn't win a game. Sad face. All right, so let's grab some blueberries from the stash and find a raccoon to feed. I hope we get Pocahontas in the valley at some point, and then we can have Miko as a critter companion, because that would make me really happy. All right, let's split one off. Put the rest back. All right, let's go find a raccoon. Be a little harder with it all being decorated like this, but... come on. Pretty please. There's one. Huzzah. I was able to get really close without it noticing me. Woohoo! Berry! He's a cute fuzzy baby. Oh my goodness, so cute. I want to rub my face on it. Right, harvest 5 vegetables. I wonder if the egg... Oh, no, I don't want to do the egg vegetables until the event is almost done, in case it asks me to then pick those, so... we will instead pick 5 of these. Because a lot of the recipes I like to make wind up using onion, so I'll replant 5 onion.
How's it going?
Oh, not what I meant to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Catching 3 crab is a pain in the butt because that is a blue circle spawn and they don't occur very frequently. So I'm gonna do my little trick for the decorating thing. Furniture. And I'm just gonna remove a few pieces of my pathway and put them back. Pick 3 mushrooms. Okay. Map. Blade of Trust. One mushroom. Oh, yay, another memory to pick up for later. 1 mushroom. Ooh. We've lost our speed. Oh, there we go. Watering the mushrooms counts too. Okay, so there's that. Harvest 3 gooseberries. Yeah, nice easy ones. I like harvesting ones. All of my harvesting stuff I have in my one area. Gooseberry pie. Decorations to Sunlit Plateau. Same thing, just remove a little bit of my walkway and put it back. Mine for rock spots in the Blade of Trust. You got it. And then right over here. Let's get another little round, and then one more. Obstacle field of night thorns. Alright, so we got that. Prepare a meal. Pizza. Okay. Let's make some pizza. Pizza. Alright.
Mother knows best.
I love that you can now do a search. So that we don't have to sit there and Rolodex through everything. That was also a really helpful quality of life update. All right, 3 glimmer. Okay, so we need 2 for the glimmer. I need to go into a realm. We'll go into Ratatouille. Since they now spawn 3 in Ratatouille and in Wally now, you don't have to work as hard to fulfill these. The glimmer have definitely become easier to get a hold of. Although, only one of the 3 things wound up being actual glimmer for that one, so we'll next go to Wally. Huzzah. Oh, I didn't know you could track a duty now. How did I never notice that before? What the flip? Okay. Oh, I love it. That's freaking exciting. What? Was that always there? No, there was no way that was always there. Freaking amazing. You know what? Maybe we end up working towards our crabs. I wonder if you can do that with the Star Path duties when they come. Oh, yep, there's a freaking crab. Of course I got the crab when I wasn't aiming for the crab. But the crab counted towards the fish? But that's a seafood. So it counts for both? We have questions. We have questions and we need answers. Alright, so we got that one. I have a mineral to sell. That worked out well.
Hi there, pal.
Sell. Mineral. I'm just trying to get to 35 really for right now. I don't know that I necessarily want to sit there and fish for crab, but we'll try a little more. We'll at least fish until there's no more spots left. So that way some blue ones could maybe appear. At a minimum, it's nice to have an extra set of fish set aside in the event that you need it for a dreamlight task for cooking something. Because sometimes it'll have you make 10 of a certain kind of, you know, item. Alright, so we're gonna count that done for now. We're gonna empty our pockets. I meant to open here. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna untrack that duty. We'll make... And again, I have a... oh, they have a thing now where you can grab things that you can make from what you've got in your stash. And they've also got something where you can follow along for recipes that are like gifts. But I saved this one to use for Pegasus, this one to use for Ravens, one for myself, and one for whenever I need to randomly make something with seafood. So that way I'm not using the rarer ingredients by mistake. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this one for the Ravens. Since I'm gonna go feed a bird. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. Okay, so let's go over and see our little birdie friends in the Forgotten Land. Okay. Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. There you are. I gotta wait for it to land. Ish. I don't want to accidentally pick my pumpkins. There we go. Here you go. Huzzah! Alright, so we made it to the 35. Cool. Oh, harvest 3 spices. You know, I can do that real fast right here. 1, 2. Oh, hey, digging point. I don't know that I want to be digging in a graveyard. That seems suspect. Is there grave robbing in Dreamlight Valley? Asking for a friend. Ooh.
Could I talk to you?
Open my storage. Pop some stuff in. And there we go. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab another cup of coffee. Okay, you're back. For some reason, I didn't see your recent messages until just now, Telly. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, sometimes quiet is good. I do like it a little bit. Sometimes I miss, more thrilling things, but I did have my heart anniversary. I celebrate that on March 20th. And I went to SeaWorld and I rode all the roller coasters there twice. And the theme was, ugh. Hold on, let me grab the graphic. The graphic will explain it. I was making a special patch. The theme was tougher than a heart attack. I didn't get around to making the patch because my direct-to-film transfer wasn't ready in time. But yeah, it was recent. It was within the last month. So you were in the right time frame. I just wasn't ready to do a oh, there's the Moonstone chest. I wasn't ready to do a stream just yet for it. I took several days off work to make those little trip pants. And I had made a cute little like bralette top to go with it, but then it wound up being really cold and I couldn't wear it. Which was a little bit of a bummer. But it's all good. I do think I'm going to be doing maybe a painting stream next weekend. Next weekend is Dapper Day, but I'm not going to be able to make it. I don't have entrance into the park. So what I'll probably be doing, do you remember that when I did that stained glass Sally and Jack? I want to do a stained glass Alice. So I think that's what I'm going to do next weekend, if I'm not still playing the update. Or maybe both, we'll see. Maybe a little column A, a little column B. But yeah, we celebrated 11 years with heart valve disease. It seems wild that it's only been 11 years. Sometimes it definitely feels like longer, but when I was diagnosed, they had said I'd probably been living with it for quite a number of years and was just not as noticeable or symptomatic until it got really bad. Let's see. So let's see what we're gonna do now. You know what? Let's go ahead and play with... We're gonna move the flower house in. We're gonna move the flower house in here. I'm gonna get rid of this big clump of landscaping. And probably that one too. Hell, I don't think that's gonna go in here either. It's just a bit much. All right, so let's grab our houses. It's a player house. We're gonna grab the ferry. Oh, it's a little bit big. Ew, I don't know that we're gonna do that. That doesn't really work there. But maybe I could put Alice's house there and put it over here. Ooh. What if I put it over here? Okay. So let's... You know, I don't think I like that. Let me try again. Let's clear some of the landscaping. I think I need to rethink this a tiny bit. There's a little bit too much going on. Okay, so let's try maybe fitting it in the corner. All right, I'd have to get rid of a lot, but you know what? It'll be worth it. It'll be fine. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna have to get rid of some stuff. But that's okay. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Clear some of this extra stuff out of the way. Drag the flowers out of the way, but I am going to have to go and actually remove those pieces. Alas. Oh no, it's a memory! Biscuits! Hopefully it won't cover it up. Alright, let's get rid of this. And we'll go ahead and harvest these. And move them out of the way. Move you over here. Alright, let's see if we can get the house to fit now. Alright, hold on. I wonder if I can get it in the diagonal in this corner. I don't really want to open that memory unless I absolutely have to. And it looks like I may absolutely have to. Alright. We'll do it. Ooh, Telly, I was actually just looking at my passport yesterday. My passport doesn't expire until April 2027, so I've got maybe one more trip of some kind left in me. Just kind of depends on how finances play out, but I really think it's going to wind up just being like a cruise or something. I don't think I'm going to get much luckier than that, but that's exciting. I thought I didn't realize how long it takes for that to expire. You know, I might leave that area like that. A little corner piece. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more hedge. I forgot what they actually called it, so I'm just gonna search for the color green. Apply filter. And oh, festive bush. That's not quite what I'm looking for. There we go. Get a little tiny piece for right here. Maybe a little. And then let's do a little walkway up here. And I like my walkways to be at least 3 deep, so we'll do it that way. There. That's a little better. All right, so now let's maybe put you right there. That's a good spot for you. A little bit of something in the back. Cute little flower petal thing. You know what, let's slide some of this over. Oh, you know what? Let's grab some of our... Reset our filter. Foliage. We can put you there. We can put you there. I've got one of those. And can do that. And then maybe slide this one over. Let's put you like that instead. And let's find one more of you. Maybe this way. Oh, I'm liking the shape that this is taking. Pretty little flower bed. Oh, actually, if I hug those together a little more, I can probably fit a third one. There. Oh, no, can't do that. Alright, so we'll put you here. Oh, I wondered why the heights felt wrong. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, let's grab some bushes. So... yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, no. I can't decide. Alright, so we'll do some of the bigger bushes over here. Because these fill in the space a little nice. And provide a cute little, like, contrast. And maybe a little one right there. There. And move this stuff just kind of loose over here someplace because it's in my way. And we'll slide you down. Because these will disappear after the event is over, so I don't need to have a permanent place for this. It just needs to not be in my way at the moment. Well, you know what? Instead, I could just do this. Let's see. All right, now let's put some more bushes. And yeah, I like that. And let's grab some of the other style of bush. I think that's in the underbrush area. Let's grab some of this. Put you there. Just to break it up a little bit. Let's grab you. You can go there. You. Right now, let's break it up again with another flower-based one. How about you? Oh, nope, you're the same kind of green. Let's make it a darker green. There's a pebble. Put it over there. Okay, now let's add another little dwarfy one. Let's do you. Oh, you're the same shape. We'll do you. Okay, now let's add you for some fun. Actually, let's break it up a tiny bit. Let's move you down here, put you over here. And let's have big bush. How about that? And let's dump some flowers in there. Wee little flower petal path. And let's put you in maybe someplace. Can I get you in there? I'll put you there. That works. Okay. I am happy with that outcome. Oh no, I didn't mean to dig another hole. I wanted to fill it in. I don't think I ever actually put anything inside this house. So I don't know what I'm going to want to stick in there, but we'll find out. We'll decide. Clean that up a little bit. And stick the extra branches in my stash. All right. There we go. And I think I'm just going to do this little short stream today because I do need to get some other things accomplished. So thank you all for coming and spending some time with me. I hope you have a spectacular day.